Death flags intensify. Of course they do. Tokyo, at the end of the Showa era... At the end of the Showa era and the dawn of Heisei. Goods, information, and even people have been continuing to modernize at an incredible rate. Even though the news swept all across Japan at the time, hardly anyone remembers a story from a rural town 10 years earlier. But there was still a man pursuing the past everyone else had forgotten. Oishi stepped into this land for the first time in a while. These days, Oishi was suffering remarkable physical decline. Moving his body, even for a short time, put a strain on his body that he had to endure. But he did pick up dancing after retirement, and was still at it. The silver-gray dancing style had gained a lot of traction recently for not relying heavily on physical fitness. Oishi looked around as he entered the lobby, searching for the man he intended to meet. The airport interior looked larger and cleaner than how Oishi remembered it. He looked left, right, up and down, but none of it looked familiar. Once he started feeling a bit uneasy, he heard a familiar voice calling out to him.
Oi-san?
Yeah, so we get an actual portrait for this guy, huh? Actual sprite for him. Why are we Oishiing now? Because the game's writers can't stay on one track, apparently.
Oi-san! No! Akasaka-san!
A man named Akasaka was waving at Oishi. He was a tall, plainclothes police investigator and a bit too old to be called a young man.
どうも、お久しぶりです。
迷子になるところでしたよ。何年ぶりですかね。
Oishi vigorously slapped Akasaka on the shoulder, delighted to see him again.
おお、トレーニングは欠かしていないようですね。いい筋肉がついてますよ。
今では昔のような深くは取りません。
Akasaka sounded embarrassed as he said that.
それに、ますますいい顔つきになりましたね。
Potential romance plotline?
そうですか？おだてても何も出ませんよ。
いやいや、本当に。現役の捜査官然とした立派な顔つきですよ。
大石さんはまたスマートになりましたよね。相変わらず社交ダンスですか？
これがね、年を関係なく続けられるもんでしてね。
それはいい趣味と出会いましたね。
しかもおかげさまでモテモテ。赤坂さんもそろそろ始められるといいですよ。
いや、僕はリズム感ないですから。
そこを頑張りましょうよ。そうすればモテモテ。
After their brief reunion, the two men hopped in Akasaka's car and headed towards their destination. After a 30-minute drive from the airport in Akasaka's car, they slipped into the parking lot of a general hospital. The sky was beginning to clear up. The white walls of the hospital exterior reflected the shining sun. A calm afternoon breeze gently rocked the curtains in the hospital room. A woman wearing solid white pajamas sat on the bed, looking out the window. The wind blowing through her hair wasn't strong enough to reveal her face, though. Her long hair kept it hidden. She must not get out much. Her skin looked as pale as her pajamas in the hospital curtains. Oishi may not have noticed himself, but there was a slight twitch in his leg while he waited at the receptionist's desk. Oishi himself couldn't possibly put it into words. But the anticipation, the fear, and the other emotions he couldn't express any other way were being conveyed through the trembling in his body. Akasaka was standing next to him, feeling much the same way. Akasaka had to wipe away his sweat several times as he waited in the air-conditioned waiting room. In just a few minutes, a nurse approached the two of them. They both followed the nurse's lead without saying a word. Two men that seemed out of place in a hospital began feeling even more out of place as they stepped inside a private hospital room. A retired detective and an active Metropolitan Police investigator. The name of the patient in the hospital room was Mion Sonozaki. Mion was a survivor of the disaster that struck Hinamizawa Village 10 years ago. By a stroke of luck, she was found locked in the basement of the Sonozaki family home. Unfortunately, Mion Sonozaki took a heavy blow to the head. As a result, she lost all memory of the events immediately before and after her confinement.
Sonozaki-san, またお客さんがお見えになりましたよ.
Yeah, I have questions too. There was no reaction, as if she didn't hear anything at all. However, there was nothing wrong with her hearing.
何度いらっしゃっても同じですよ、刑事さん.
The nurse sounded disappointed as she told the two men the patient was reacting like usual. The two men had already been briefed on Mion Sonozaki's condition when they inquired with the hospital about it earlier. The hospital had explicitly told them there's no point in coming here. This detective retired without ever finding the answer to the series of murders alleged to be the curse of Oyashiro-sama that infected Hinamizawa 10 years ago. And this Metropolitan Police investigator was involved in one of these incidents while visiting Hinamizawa 15 years ago. Even after the statute of limitations of the case expired, the two of them couldn't stop visiting Mion Sonozaki. Statute of limitations on murder? Really? That's the one thing that doesn't get statute of limitations on it in the U.S. It happened 10 years ago in Hinamizawa Village, near the end of June 1983. Volcanic gas emerged from Onagafuchi Swamp and smothered Hinamizawa Village. The catastrophe struck in the middle of the night and annihilated the entire village overnight. Panic about volcanic gas swept through the entire country, as people overreacted to unsubstantiated reports. I don't know, this might be Ace Attorney. I'm waiting for someone to yell out objection now. And the Hinamizawa region was completely quarantined immediately afterwards. The series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa, the curse of Oyashiro-sama, ended with unprecedented catastrophe. All entry into Hinamizawa was strictly forbidden after the disaster, and naturally, that included Uishi and Akasaka. The curtain was forcibly closed on the case they were investigating. The catastrophe claimed the lives of over 1,200 people, and over 20 more are still missing. And there was a single survivor. That survivor was Mion Sonozaki. The disaster wiped out everyone other than Mion Sonozaki, so why did she alone survive? What happened to Mion Sonozaki between the day of Watanagashi and her disappearance? There were a lot of questions Uichi and Akasaka wanted to ask.
Mion-san, お久しぶりです。大石です。覚えていらっしゃいませんか。ほら、園崎家に散々いじめられてた沖宮の刑事ですよ。
If this is Ace Attorney, I don't like the replacements for Gumshoe. That's for damn sure.
園崎さん、おつらいとは思います。しかし、あなたにしか語れないんです。園崎さん、あなたにしか語れないんです。Hinamizawaについては。
God damn it. Don't make this worse. Mion said nothing in response, but her body did move faintly when he said the word Hinamizawa. Then she slowly turned her body away from the window and towards the room. Her movement was awkward, like an electric doll that was suddenly turned on. Besides, you can't jump into someone else's body when you shift. You have to jump into your own. And then her unfocused eyes pointed toward the two men. Her face was difficult to make out thanks to her long, flowing hair. But between the strands of her hair, it was possible to see the blank look in her eyes. As everyone in the area impatiently waited for Mion to say something, she reached out and grabbed something by her bedside. A deck of playing cards. When the nurse realized that, her shoulders immediately began to droop. Unable to comprehend the situation, Uishi and Akasaka turned to face one another.
みんないい？始めるよ。
Mion definitely said that as she peered around with the vacant look in her eyes. Mion definitely said everyone. The only people here right now were Uishi, Akasaka, and the nurse. However, it was quite obvious she wasn't referring to the people in the room when she said everyone. The everyone that Mion was speaking to were nowhere to be seen. Yeah, she's... That blow to her head completely detached her from reality, didn't it? Hey, Nagels. Mion started skillfully shuffling the cards. Her hands looked completely relaxed as they moved. Swish, swish, swish. She began dealing out the cards she had shuffled on the bed. Of course, nobody was there to receive these piles of cards. Mion began talking to the invisible everyone while continuing to play cards. Uishi was able to make out several familiar names.
大石さん、これは。
Uishi closed his eyes and listened to Mion's voice.
どうやら園崎美音にとって事件以来完全に時が止まっているようです。
Yeah, that blow to the head gave her significant brain trauma, apparently.
事件以来ずっと。じゃあ記憶は。
Akasaka's shoulders drooped and he tightly clenched his fists. Mion simply continued playing cards. No matter who looked, nobody else would ever see those students again. Mion's internal clock had truly stopped.
So.
Uishi suddenly approached Mion and shouted into her ear.
園崎さん、園崎美音さん。
Mion slowly turned towards Uishi.
我々はひなみ沢での事件の真相を暴くためこれまで調査を続けてきました。
I mean, it's pretty obvious Mion's not going to be able to help at this point. Man, really? Japan actually had statute of limitations for murder? Ooh.
ミオンさんの証言が必要なんです。
Mion slowly brushed away the hair that was covering most of her face. Her entire face was as white as porcelain. And it was the face of the girl from 10 years ago who seemed to reject the past 10 years. Uishi suddenly caught his breath.
ミオンさんの証言が必要なんです。お仲間の無念を晴らすためにも目を覚ましてください。
Mion gazed forward intently, but her eyes still looked vacant. Uishi gazed deep into her eyes, looking for an answer. Then, Mion very slowly began to open her mouth.
罰ゲームなのかな。教えてよ。ねえ、ケイちゃん。
we actually was that the end of the first side story? Read only after completing Tsukiotoshi. Which one did we actually just do? I don't remember names that well, so click. Come on. Open up. That's what I get for saving this as a ping. Read only after completing it. Tsukiotoshi is probably number 2. So we don't get to read that one yet. We'll just have to remember it exists. So just out of curiosity, is Tsukiotoshi the next one? I'll see it in a second, but you know. So let's look at Great Disaster while we are here. Yeah, Tsukiotoshi will be number 2. And then Sumesushi, yeah, okay. But yeah, Taraimawashi, however you say that. So you gotta wait till, okay. But we can still read these. Early morning, June 22nd, 1983. Word of the disaster in the Hinamizawa district of Shishibane City quickly spread. Volcanic gas, including hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide, was released from the Onagafuji swamp, a major water source in the Hinamizawa area, and the gas covered the entire village. The number of victims exceeds 1,200. Another 20 are still missing. Approximately 600,000 people were evacuated from the surrounding municipalities as a result of the disaster. Subsequent investigation revealed a magma reservoir and a hot spring just beneath the Onagafuji swamp. Investigators concluded that gas erupting from that source was the cause of the disaster. Only this time, Keiichi did not survive. Additionally, local tradition motivated people to declare the disaster in Hinamizawa the work of a curse, which caused a large uproar and resulted in confusion early in the investigation. Local customs in Hinamizawa predicted that the curse would release miasma that would annihilate the village. Scholars point out that a similar disaster may have occurred in the past and formed the original basis for this custom. A small number of radical magazines published reports on the series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa over the past several years, only adding fire to the Curse of Oyashiro-sama theory. Additionally, relatives of Hinamizawa villagers and former residents who avoided the disaster were hospitalized one after another, complaining of poor physical health. A portion of them dying of an unknown illness caused further panic. Moreover, there were several reports of people who claimed to be possessed by the curse of Oyashiro-sama before committing suicide in bizarre manners. The shocking news spread across the entire country in a flash. Delusions and fear of poisonous gas that can silently kill people in the middle of the night ran through all of Japan, resulting in cases of insomnia, respiratory issues, headaches, vertigo, and more. There were also reports of people carrying out eccentric behavior while alleging to be possessed. Most of these were thought to be a result of the extreme media coverage, but mental illness caused by the Great Hinamizawa disaster later came to be known as Hinamizawa Syndrome. The Hinamizawa district that all these rumors originated from is currently blockaded, and flying over the region is strictly prohibited. Although the blockade was lifted at one point due to reduced gas levels, another ejection of gas was detected later that year, and the surrounding area was blockaded once again. They say that within the grounds of the village is left to decay, leaving all traces of life left behind. The sole survivor is a female student who lived in Hinamizawa village, Mion Sonozaki-san. At the time of her rescue, she was in physical deterioration and a mental daze, symptoms of dehydration. Thanks to desperate paramedical activity, her life was spared. She is currently hospitalized in a general hospital within the prefecture. Daily periodicals have been pushing to interview her, but all requests have been denied. The incredible mental shock she suffered left her with no memory of the time before and after the incident, and she has a high risk of regressing even further. The current situation is so severe, she can't even respond to police interrogation. Okay. And there are a few things here that don't sound quite right, do they? So, we get a cast review session, huh? Okay. See what's going on in the cast.
はい、日暮らしの泣く頃に水、たらい回しをプレイされた皆さん、お疲れ様でした。原作にはなかったオリジナルストーリーの第1弾、いかがでしたか？
What exactly happened to Mion? We're not entirely sure. That's the funny thing. Because we were sitting there looking through Keiichi's point of view, and the only thing we knew that Mion was a sick and just missing some school. Then a time jumps ahead about 10 years, and Uishi and Akasaka go try to interrogate a very out-of-it Mion. And that's what we know. I think you were here for part of that. But that's what happened. We were, you know... Yeah, it was chapter... I think it was chapter 2. That could have been chapter 1. Yeah, so apparently nothing but the disaster happened. And Mion was the only one to survive. Unlike the last time when we knew Keiichi survived, but we didn't know if anyone else did. So yeah, apparently Keiichi trying to keep his nose out of everything causes the death of everyone but Mion, and she is now shattered mentally.
もしかしたらあったかもしれないイフの世界楽しんでもらえたらとっても嬉しいです
And I'm pretty sure none of this is actually canon to the story. For whatever canon actually is in this game.
楽しむも何もあんな唐突な終わり方では何が起こったのかわけわかめでございましたよ
Oh good, it's gonna throw shade on itself for that ending.
ちんぷんかんぷんなのです
まあ確かになんだか気がついたら私以外みんな死んじゃってたしねしかも生き残ったとはいえショックでまともに話できない状態とは一体何が何やら私だってさっぱりだよ
Yeah, like they said, this is a what-if scenario, and it's apparently what if Keiichi did absolutely nothing.
そうだね今回のたらい回しは謎を解き明かすことを回避しちゃった場合にたどり着くある意味で最悪の末路 だから展開もわからないことだらけで、悲劇が起こった結果だけを知ることができるお話なんだって。いきなり大災害でみんな死んじゃっているなんてひどい話なのです。
Yeah, but that happened before.
大体お社様のたたりがどうして自然災害につながるって言うんですの。村で起こっていた連続殺人事件とは何の関連もありませんでしょうに。
確かによくわからない謎だらけで全然すっきりしない終わり方だったよね。
When haven't you done that, game? That's kind of your standard operating procedure.
まあ謎は謎でいいんだけどさ。
It kind of helps if you wrap them up.
ここまでヒントというか手がかりがない状況だと推理のしようがないよ。連続殺人事件の犯人は誰かって謎かけが村の大災害の真相を探るって話にすり替わっちゃってるしさ。
Really? So, the PS3 version, you make choices, apparently, and you can actually shunt yourself off the bad end. Hmm.
これじゃこのルートにたどり着いた人たちはなんじゃこりゃーなんて言って怒っちゃうんじゃないかな。
まったくでございますわ。それに謎を探る前に皆さんの様子も変でございましたよ。ミオンさんはシオンさんとケイイチさんが仲良くなっただけで急に怖いというか対応が怒りっぽくなってしまいましたし、レナさんもなんだか変な感じでまるでケイイチさんのことを監視しているようで不気味な雰囲気でしたわ。
Well, that was left over from the first game, it felt like.
でも一番変わっていたのはケイチかもしれないのです。
うん、それは私も感じた。このシナリオのケイちゃんはなんだかヘタレっていうか平穏だった頃の日常にしがみつこうとしてるって感じで正直かっこ悪かったね。
Honestly, I feel like the game is calling me out here. For all the times I said, why is Keiichi getting involved in this? Why doesn't he just pretend, you know, this doesn't happen and he'll live through it? But no! That means game over, bad end.
例えばいつものケイチくんならレナが裏山に誘った時には断ったりしないと思うの。だってそこから日暮らしの世界が始まるんだからね。
You sure the world of Higurashi doesn't begin with an acid trip? Bunch of shrooms? Something like that.
そんな謎が潜んでいるターニングポイントを回避している時点でやっぱり消極的な道を選んだってことになっちゃうんだよね。
私が落ち込んでるのを見て黙って見送るのもらしくありませんでしたわね。おせっかいくらいに優しくて私たちのことを大事に思ってくださっているケイイチさんなら当然何やらと理由をつけて一緒に帰っていただけるはずですから。
そういう意味ではらしくない選択をした結果がこうだったと言えなくもないかもね。
And the thing is, there was more talking from other characters than there was in the previous. People actually explained things to Keiichi this time instead of just letting him figure it out on his own and get into trouble. There's a disconnect here between what actually happened and what they're describing. There's a small disconnect. Because here's the thing, he actually got a direct answer from Mion about many, many things, and he went, you know what? You're right, I don't need to investigate this because it's really none of my business. I'm missing something here. He talked things out. He just didn't press in situations he was probably not equipped to deal with. And he gets bad ending. I'm missing something here. This is not a case of 1 + 1 = 2, to put it mildly.
たらい回しというだけあって問題の解決から逃げ続けるだけって印象だったな。
ただね、このたらい回しには日暮の謎を解くために必要な重要な人が登場してくるの。最後に大石さんと出てきた赤坂さんって刑事さん、覚えてるかな？
なんだか場違いというか、大石さんと対極的な刑事さんでしたわね。大石さんとはお知り合いのようでしたが。
最後のほんのわずかの登場だったけど、いかにも都会のエリート警察官ですって感じだったな。
You know, I understand that we were supposed to that we probably best off seeing this after chapter 3, but I mean he is kind of the key character in an entire freaking chapter.
でもそれがどう関わってくるの？
その刑事さんと接点を持つのが実はなんとリカちゃんなんだよね。ねえリカちゃん。そうなのですよ、ニパー。
リカ？どういう経緯であなたがその刑事さんとお知り合いになったんですの？
その馴れ初めのお話が警視庁公安の捜査記録の一つ、
Love
暇つ
story.
ぶしです。
Please don't say love story.
このお話はさっき出てきた赤坂刑事が主人公なのです。
ところでさ、暇つぶしって一体どんなお話なの？
An actual competent protagonist? That's kind of what it's about.
ひなみ沢村の連続殺人事件でお社様のたたりを言われるようになったそもそものきっかけ、5年前のひなみ沢ダム建設の反対運動の頃のお話なのです。その時に起こったちょっとした事件で僕は運命の人と出会うのですよ。
Uh-huh. Your soulmate. Game? Do we need to have Chris Hansen come in and ask you to sit down?
運命の人？
リカ？それはどういうことなのでございますの？
それはプレイしてのお楽しみなのですよ、ニパー。
Uh-huh.
ずいぶん引っ張ってくれちゃうね。もったいぶらずに教えてくれちゃってもいいじゃないのさ。
それをバラしてしまったら面白くないのですよ。ミーもちょっとは関連してきますので乞うご期待なのですよ。ミーちゃんも出るの？それじゃあレナは？
私は？
Yeah, you two kind of get left out.
一回休みなのですよ、ニパ
え、じゃあ主人公ってケイちゃんじゃなくて、もしかして？
つまりは私クラウドこと大石クラウドのダンディズム劇場の始まりなのですよ。
出た！
Was that necessary?
そんなに人を幽霊みたいに驚かないでくださいな。まあそれはともかくとして第0章暇つぶしは私たち大人の時間ですから。良い子の皆さんにはまだ早いアダルティックでムーディーな日暮らしの始まりってことですよ。なははははは。
That might have been the most coherent story out of the bunch, anyway.
大石さんの口から聞くとものすごくいかがわしいイメージしか湧いてこないんだけど、なんでかな。
Yeah, all the wrong messages.
日頃が日頃だからね。このゲームの対象年齢を一気に引き上げてきそうで、こっちとしてはものすごく不安だよ。
Okay, time out. Oishi is going to make you raise the age rating on this game. But you had how many chapters with one of the characters working as at a maid cafe, getting perved on by a group, intentionally spilling things or tripping this character to make her spill things on them so she has to clean them up. That wasn't enough to raise your age rating, but Oishi will be. I think you're kind of overestimating something or underestimating something else. Not sure though. We'll find out. Was it actually censored? Hmm.
どんな話の展開になるのやら。
大石さん。一応私たちは公務員なんですから、せめて税金を払っている皆さんの範になる振る舞いをお願いしますよ。
あの刑事さんだ。赤坂さんって呼んでいいのかな。
お好きなように。
I miss having him for a main character.
どうも皆さん、お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様です。あれ、そういえばケイちゃんは？
前原さんならもう次の台本読みに入っているそうですよ。
He's not in the next script.
暇つぶしで出番がない分、遅れを取り戻すって言ってましたが。
お気持ちはよくわかりますが。
Let's not let this game become any more memey than it already is.
この前、圭一さんの台本をちらっとお見かけしましたが、前半だけでも電話上5冊分は優に超えておりましたもの。
最初は「おお、季節は早いがスタッフからのお中元か?」なんて喜んでたら、中にはぎっしり紙の束というか、まさに巨大な塊が詰まっていたもんね。正気の沙汰とは思えなかったのです。
Yeah, I don't think the script was the reason for that. Just saying.
あの厚さならマグナムだって防げてしまえるのですよ。
いや、それはオーバーじゃなかったね。
Probably not, no.
閉じる穴開けようと思ったら千枚同士が根元から折れちゃったくらいだし。
Wouldn't be surprised.
リカちゃんはまだいいよ。セリフまだ少ない方だったし。みーちゃんとしーちゃんなんかレナよりも多くて。そういえばしーちゃんは？
あの子も居残り。まさかこんなに早く出番があるとは思ってなかったみたいでさ、全然準備してなかったせいで NG 連発しちゃって。ある意味自業自得だけど。
とはいえ、私たちも暇つぶしではセリフが増えますからね。この後スタジオに戻る予定です。
そういうわけですから。すみませんが、そろそろ始めちゃってもよろしいですかな。あまり時間もありませんので。
はい、そうですね。それじゃあケイチ君は別の日に私たちだけの会を開くとして。
You know, you may not want him around. Just saying.
みーちゃん、みんなに飲み物配ってくれるかな。
はいよ。それじゃあビールは大石さん、赤坂さんで、リカちゃんとさとこはジュースだよね。
さすがにコンシューマーゲームの舞台の中だと未成年のアルコールはご法度でございましたよ。
というわけで僕もワインじゃなくてブドウジュースなのです。
Uh-huh.
っていうかリカちゃん、まさかワインを飲んだことが？冗談なのです。お酒は20歳からのお約束なのですよ。
Is 20 the legal drinking age in Japan back in the 80s? Or current day? I thought it was 18.
それじゃレナが温度を取るね。ではたらい回し終了。お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。
とりあえず大石さんと赤坂さんは後ろがあるみたいだからさ、手短に今回のシナリオを振り返ってみよう。まずはさとこ、なんかある？
振り返るも何もこう出番が少ないとどう申し上げてよいのか分かりませんわ。
右に同じなのです。レナはそうだね。最初は図書館から出てきた圭一くんをからかってるはずだったのに、
Yeah, why not?
大石さんの尋問から家に戻ってきた圭一くんを待ち伏せして脅迫みたいな感じで詰め寄ったりしたのは変な感じだったね。
あの時レナはケイちゃんを口止めするつもりだったのかな。
Okay. I mean, I know it shocks people that in the US the legal drinking age is 21. And I know that pretty much everywhere else in the world it's 18, 20, 16, whenever, you know.
そうまでしてケイちゃんの動きを封じようとしたレナの意図は何か。そしてレナは殺人事件について何を隠して知っていたのか。そのあたりが分からずじまいだから類推というよりも憶測でしか想像ができないよね。
14 with supervision? Yeah, that sounds about right for some countries.
とっても不親切なシナリオなのですよ。
あ、そういえば一点だけ気になったんですが、1年前の北条聡子さんの叔母が殺された時、園崎ミオンさん、シオンさんが相次いで姿を消したって言ってましたよね。これってどういうことなんでしょうか？
言葉の通りに考えてみますと、2人が共謀して叔母を殺したか、あるいは何らかの関与をしたかということにもなりますが、裏を取った証拠がないだけにこれも憶測でしか判断ができないんですよね。
村人の誰かが目撃しているということはないんですの？品見沢も沖宮もそんなに広い場所ではございませんし、誰にも見つからずというのは結構難しいと思いますが。
Yeah, everything they're saying here feels like a red herring by now.
まあとはいえ園崎家をはじめとする御三家は雛見沢一帯では神聖不可侵の存在ですからね。村人全員でかくまってしまったらその動向は完全に闇の中へと入っちゃいますよ。
で、その結末が村を全滅させた大災害。
Yeah, just like chapter 3.
たたりで片付ければ一言で終わりなんだけど、どうしてこういう展開になったのかが全くわかんないよ。
そもそもこの事件が人の手によって起こされたものか、それとも本当にたたりといった超常的な存在によって起こされたものなのか、それを整理するところから始めなければいけません。そして万一人の手によるものなら、そこにあるはずの誰かにとってのメリットというものを見出さなくては。
Yep, pretty much just the usual.
誰かにとってのメリット。
The par for the course with this game.
犯罪には必ず誰かにとっての有益性が存在する。それが解明できれば、おのずと関与する人たちの意図やその顔ぶれが見えてくるものですよ。
じゃあ連続開始事件をこれまで引き起こしてきて、最後に大災害で村人全員が死んだ結末には誰にとってのメリットがあるというの？
You know, one thing that's kind of sticking out to me, just kind of throwing something against the wall and seeing if it sticks. I mean, they made a big deal about how Keiichi should not have survived the whole volcanic gas thing way back when. The volcanic gas should have flowed directly over wherever he, that little valley he was stuck in under the bridge, and killed him along with the rest of the village. So, unless we're talking, divine intervention or something like that, Keiichi should not have been alive through that whole thing. Which, leads me to believe that, this kind of leads me to believe that wasn't, whatever hit the village wasn't from the swamp. It's just a weird feeling I'm getting. Whatever hit the village wasn't from the swamp, because that would have killed Keiichi. Unless divine intervention is a thing that happens, and let's not go there. So it just feels weird. Just feels a little weird that just feels like there's got to be something else. Well, he woke up, but I mean, so he got carried away right before the gas break and then put back? That's kind of what I'm saying. Where he woke up was where should have killed him, because the gas would have flowed right down there from the swamp. So someone knew about the gas attack, carried him off, waited for the gas to stop coming out, and carried him. But that's, let's Occam's razor. Let's go with a simple explanation. Something else hit the village. That would be a massive trolling job, wouldn't it? So there's something else that's going on with the village, but we really don't have... Or do we? I'll have to think about this. Because it would take a group. You couldn't get just one person to pull off an entire village dying, could you? So it's not just one person. I have to figure out what groups. What groups would want the entire town of Hinamizawa dead? I have to think about that. Anyway.
正直に言いまして、どうこうと判断するには証拠も、そして事件の詳細も不明な点が多すぎます。そういう意味で、これらの事件が起こった端緒である5年前、ダム建設反対運動がどのように行われて、結果どうなったのかをまずは調べる必要があるでしょう。推理はそこから始めても遅くはないと思いますが。
そうですね。今の段階では根拠もなくあれこれと言い合っているだけですし、もっと事件についていろいろと情報を仕入れるべきかと思います。
他のシナリオにも重要なヒントが隠されているかもしれないのですよ。
それもそうだね。それじゃ暇つぶしは大石さんと赤坂さんに任せて、 私たちは自分たちが登場するシナリオをもう少しじっくり読んできっちり考えてみるとしますか。
それでは引き続き日暮の泣く頃に睡をお楽しみくださいね。
Okay, so I believe... Yeah, we can't read that till later. I should have saved. But I didn't.